This is your girl, Sada Star, coming to you with another episode of A Day in the Life of the Alpha Woman, the official podcast of the Easy Breezy Life community. Before I jump into today's topic, if this is your first time joining us, the Easy Breezy Life is a community of strong-willed women who understand that it can be so challenging to manage faith, family, life, and pursue our goals. Well, here at the Easy Breezy Life, you're going to find a community of like-minded women who are just as fierce, focused, and fired up as you are. It's also important that I let you know that everything we share on this platform is for education and entertainment purposes only. Because we believe that the Easy Breezy Life is a group project, we want you to seek out professional help in every way, shape, or form that you might need it. We are going to take a brief break, and we'll be back with this week's episode.
Have you ever thought about starting your own podcast? When I was trying to get this podcast off the ground, I had a lot of questions. How do I record an episode? How do I get my show into all the apps people like to listen to? How do I make money for my podcast? The answer to every one of these questions is really simple. Anchor. Anchor is a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing your podcast. Best of all, it's 100% free and ridiculously easy to use. And now, Anchor can match you with great sponsors who want to advertise on your podcast. That means you can get paid to podcast right away. In fact, that's what I'm doing right now by reading this ad. I love to use Anchor to reach my strong-willed alpha woman community and help them live healthy, abundant, and successful lives together. So if you've always wanted to start a podcast and make money doing it, go to anchor.fm/start to join me and the diverse community of podcasters already using Anchor. That's anchor.fm/start. I can't wait to hear your podcast.
Welcome back. The topic of today's episode is some people don't know how to love. Growing up, my parents had a strict definition for love. My father was very protective about who he allowed us to spend time with and be around because he understood that the people we spent our time with would shape our worldview. As a result, he would always tell us, avoid fake love. Love that loves only in word and not deed. I have learned that very few people share the definition of love transferred down to me by my father, and I am okay with that. Like my mother always said, you never lose by loving. So when people go low, like our favorite Michelle Obama, you got to choose to go high. Today, I want to take it a little step further and encourage you to not judge people when they don't love the way that you love. I am a person who, because I insist on showing up for the people around me, sometimes to my detriment, I expect others to do the same. But I learned over time in adulthood that people simply aren't going to do that, and that in many instances, God also never asks us to do that. Very rarely will God ask you to completely empty out your bank account and give to someone a loan or something that they can't pay you back without giving you a way out and strategy to replenish those funds. Yes, there are a few instances and moments in my life where God has called me to sow seeds in moments where I needed something, and he knew perhaps practicing generosity would open up generosity in another avenue in my own life. However, I have learned that when it comes to my time, my talent, and resources, that sometimes loving freely without using wisdom and asking for the Holy Spirit to lead us gets us into a place where we're wondering why we continue to empty out our love barrel and others don't fill into us. The truth of the matter is that everyone can't love like you do. And so when you continue to pour out into lesser vessels and don't spend time with other vessels that can pour into you, you will find yourselves depleted. But here's the good news. God is the ultimate well filler. He has the ultimate love tank. And I have learned that in his own way, when he asked me to love freely and give in other arenas to people who cannot pour back into me, he's already got a contingency plan to pour back into me another way. So go out today. Know that much of the love that you give out may not return from the same people who you gave it to. But rest assured that if you keep your eyes open and on God, he is sending that love back to you. and refilling your well and tank of love. Love you, and I'll see you next week.